while I'm out here and I've got the chronograph all set up, this was quite disappointing. They are all over the place at high power. So I'm going to pump it back up and I'm going to shoot every shot through the chronograph until it's dropped down into the yellow. And we'll see what sort of power it is. It does seem to be more accurate when it gets down to 150 bar. You pump these up to 200 bar, but at 200 bar that's full power. Obviously as the power's coming down and the air's coming down and you're not putting out as much power, it becomes more accurate. So another video later on, I'll be putting a different transfer port in it and seeing if we can get the power down and consistent. So, but for now I'm just going to pump it up to 200 and then just keep shooting through the chronograph, and we'll see what sort of power we get on full power, and then what we get as the air comes down. Obviously I don't think it's regulated or anything. It's not expensive enough for that. It's only €240 rifle. But I would expect a bit more accuracy. So at 10 metres it's perfect, but 10 metres, you could spit 10 metres, couldn't you, almost? What's the point of that? But I tried at 50 metres, they were all over the shop. A few none of them were on target. Obviously the rifle's not zeroed in for that, but they were going left, right, and you could see the pellet sort of ooh, ooh. Obviously it's only a bloody air rifle, you've not got that much power. 2.2 pellets are sort of fairly heavy and they don't fly very well through the air. 177s are a bit more direct, but 2.2 they're they sort of just lob over. I can actually see them in the scope, sort of going ooh bump, ooh bump. 25, that it sort of gets a bit more on target, low down pressure. So if I can get the power consistent throughout the air range, we'll be alright. So let's crack on with this and let's get some through the chronograph. "14 shots and we're down to 140. We're about 90 bar and we're getting 16 to 18 joules. Right, this is about 60 bar. Oh dear, what's going on here? It's coming down, look. We're down to 50 bar. At 50 bar we're getting 10 to 12 joules. So it is quite a good spread of power. Starting off around 30, sort of hanging around 29 to 28 for a few shots, and then coming down. It's not consistent. So when it got down to about 20 joules, I tried a few targets and they was all sort of hitting. The scope wasn't zeroed in. Because the power range fluctuates so much, if you zero it in when it's full power, it hits at one spot, and then as the power comes down, your zero goes out, because obviously your pellet hasn't got the force behind it. So that will be my next job. I'll get it in the on the bench, take it apart. I've got a selection of transfer ports. It's all very well being really powerful, but you need to be powerful and accurate. If it's not going to be accurate, I say at about 20 joules, when it's hovering around there, it was bang on. Every single shot was sort of going in the same place. Although I could have done with winding the scope up a little bit. But that just proves, obviously it's not regulated because it's 30 down to 10, but it's still a bloody good rifle. The magazine cycles perfectly. It's pretty quiet. It's got the bipod on it. That was just off Amazon. Stoeger do actually do a bipod for these, but they're a bit more expensive, and they're probably just the same thing. So that has said to me that, again, too much power is not a good thing. So I hope you enjoyed this video. For anyone who's managed to pick up a Stoeger XM1 that's full power. So yeah, that'll be an experiment for later, and we'll see what we can do. I don't know. There's always something, isn't there? When I was first shooting it through the chronograph, I thought, oh bloody hell, lovely, we've got a full power rifle. But it doesn't stay full power for very long. You know, once you sort of, the needle comes off 200 bar, it does start dropping down, and it's not every shot that it drops down. It'll sort of hover around 28 to 30 for a few shots, and it'll be like 24 to 26 for a few shots, and it just drops down and down and down. And I've just put probably, what's that, 14, 28, then another 7 and another 7. So I've just put 6 magazines through it, and that's right down to 10 joules now. Yeah, it is what it is. So it's not worth sending it back. I've got the bits to change it myself, and it'll be a little project. We like projects here at Mad Dog Air Guns, don't we? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you next one. Bye for now.